Welcome back, gamers, to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers. If you happen to be new here to the channel, make sure you tap that subscribe button to always be the first to know about the latest and greatest gaming trends. Plus, comment down below with what you think the next chapter of the Pokemon Cinematic Universe should be. Also, I must warn you, this video will contain spoilers, so if you don't want your Pokemon dreams ruined, just bookmark this video and watch it after you see the movie. With that out of the way, let's jump into today's list of the top 10 Detective Pikachu Easter eggs that you missed. In at number 10, Legendary Pokemon. The main antagonist for the film is a man named Howard Clifford, and he pretty much runs Rhyme City after he convinced its citizens to live harmoniously with Pokemon. When Tim is brought into Howard's office by a woman who looks very similar to Jessie from Team Rocket, but later turns out to be a Ditto, we get a ton of Easter eggs here. Surrounding Howard's desk are 3 legendary Pokemon. There's Arceus in the center, Dialga to the left, and Palkia to the right. Arceus is essentially the god of the Pokemon universe. Dialga is a member of the creation trio of Sinnoh and represents time, where Palkia is also a member of the group and represents space. Although they appear as statues, they could also be fossils, but we don't know that yet. In at number 9, Evolution Stones. When Tim and Pikachu enter Howard's office, an Eevee is on top of the desk, and in glowing fashion we watch it evolve into a Flareon as it casually walks by them. Missed by many will be the other evolution stones that Howard has in his possession. One of the stones appears to be a water stone, which can be used to evolve Eevee into Vaporeon, while the second stone seems to be an ice stone that can be used to evolve an Alolan Vulpix into Ninetales. The third stone is a little more vague, but my guess is that it's either a shiny stone or a piece of old amber, which isn't an evolutionary item but can be used to clone Aerodactyl in the games. However, it could also be a King's Rock, which is used to evolve a Poliwhirl into a Politoed and causes Slowpoke to evolve into Slowking. In at number 8, Trainer Red. At the beginning of the movie, when Tim is traveling to Rhyme City to find out what happened to his father, a promotional video for the city begins to play. In the video, it shows how they would battle with Pokemon in the past. One thing to be highlighted here is the clear depiction of Trainer Red at the Coliseum. Red is known as the champion from Pallet Town, as well as the living legend for his defeat of Team Rocket and Kanto during his quest. It's a nice quick nod to this legendary trainer and hopefully is setting up a story for future films. In at number 7, Original Songs. When Tim and Pikachu go their separate ways after Pikachu believes that he had betrayed Tim's father, we see him walking alone down a road towards the scene of the crash as he sings the song Pokemon Theme, also known as Gotta Catch 'Em All. This song was written by John Siegler and John Loeffler and was performed by Jason Page originally, except in Detective Pikachu, it's sung by Ryan Reynolds, which just makes it that much better. It was the theme song for the first season of the English adaptation of the Pokemon anime. In at number 6, Seinfeld. Throughout the film, Lucy Psyduck is doing its best to keep those headaches under control. Pikachu pokes fun of the duck several times, saying that it's like sitting next to a ticking time bomb. In order to calm Psyduck down, Pikachu reluctantly rubs its feet while telling it to say Serenity Now, which is a reference to the Seinfeld episode called The Serenity Now. In that episode, George's dad is told to say that whenever he feels his blood pressure is getting too high.
They gave me a relaxation cassette. When my blood pressure gets too high, the man on the tape tells me to say, Serenity Now!
In at number 5, Detective Yoshida. His very name can be considered an Easter egg here. I believe that detective was named after the Yoshida, who was a graphic designer that's been involved with several aspects of the Pokemon franchise since its inception. Ever since Pokemon Yellow in 1997, Yoshida has had a hand in the development of the majority of the main series Pokemon games, both as a graphic and Pokemon designer. In at number 4, Mewtwo and Kanto. The Mewtwo in this film is the same one that you can catch at the end of Pokemon Red and Blue. The Kanto region is also mentioned by the scientists when they're searching for Mewtwo. They say that it was last seen 20 years ago in the Kanto region. This is a reference to the first Pokemon movie titled Pokemon the First Movie Mewtwo Strikes Back, which was released in Japan on July 18th, 1998 and November 10th, 1999 in North America. The Kanto region can also be a reference to the setting of Pokemon Red and Blue released in 1996. In at number 3, Tim's shirt. At the beginning of the movie, Tim is wearing a shirt that seemingly looks like a Pokeball. However, if you look closely, it's actually an unknown that spells the letter H, and then later on his shirt changes slightly to show another unknown that spells the letter O. Help is the word associated with the unknown letter H in Neo Destiny 28, and it means heal in Great Encounters 29. Observe is the word associated with the unknown letter O in Neo Discovery 69, and it also means 1 in Secret Wonder 70. Either they were trying to sneak us a message, or the directors were dropping Easter eggs for Ho-Oh fans. In at number 2, Fight Night. Although just a poster in the scene where an angry Jigglypuff Jigglypuff is singing a man to sleep, it actually contains much more. It says fight next week, which foreshadowed the underground Pokemon battles that were going on in Rhyme City. It's also important to mention that the Primeape on the poster has significance as well. It was the 8th Pokemon that Ash caught in the Kanto region, making his total number of Pokemon come to 9. And if you look closely, there's also a 3 and 6 on the poster itself. Add that up, and you get 9. Lastly, in our number 1 spot, Team Rocket. Although not confirmed, it's pretty suspect that when Tim and Pikachu discover a vial of this mysterious purple gas, it's labeled with just the letter R on the bottle and is constantly referred to as the R stuff. Plus, hints of Team Rocket remnants and foreshadowing are scattered throughout the film. For starters, the antagonist uses Ditto to fool everyone as it transforms into a woman who looks very similar to Jessie and many other Pokemon as well. Plus, he's in charge of this secret lab that's been experimenting on Pokemon, which goes along with the same storylines of what Team Rocket was up to. Perhaps because it's in the future, it's a version inspired by them, or perhaps it's a continuation of a secret Team Rocket association. And that has been the top 10 Detective Pikachu Easter eggs that you missed. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, show us some love by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, comment down below if you found any Easter eggs that we may have missed. And for more videos like this one, just click that playlist on your screen. From Top 10 Gaming, I'm Johnny Rogers. Until next time, take care.